Good morning. Welcome to Wednesday's Read With Me story time. And we talked about monsters yesterday, and I had so many other good monster books that I thought we would read some more today. Because I like monsters. I think they're fun. Not scary monsters. I don't like scary monsters, but these are fun monsters. So this first one is called Monster Munchies. It's by Laura Numeroff, and it's illustrated by Nate Evans. Monster Munchies. One giant monster wears a dress, eats the couch, and makes a mess. Two happy monsters clean the room, and when they're done, they'll eat the broom. Three yellow monsters at my door. Come inside and eat the floor. These are some silly monsters. Four tiny monsters on the bus. Hear them burp and make a fuss. Five grouchy monsters go to school, eat their desks, and think they're cool. Six purple monsters down the hall play in the gym and then eat the ball. Seven silly monsters in a car eat the wheels. Well, they won't get far. Eight bumpy monsters, red as beets, stop to talk and eat the seats. These are silly monsters. Nine fuzzy monsters make a cake, then eat the bowl before they bake. Ten baby monsters hear a noise. They get upset and eat their toys. 11 blue monsters in a band eat the music on their stand. 12 tall monsters at the dance drink some punch and then eat their pants. 13 striped monsters counting sheep eat their bed and get no sleep. This one's a giggly kind of book. 14 green monsters way up high gobble clouds as they zoom by. Wonder if they know our zoom song. 15 old monsters fly a kite, eat the string, and then start to fight. 16 fat monsters with their pails eat some sand, yuck, and then ride on whales. 17 pink monsters build a barn, eat the roof, and then knit with yarn. 18 scared monsters feed the pigs, eat the fence, then put on wigs. These are some busy monsters. 19 thin monsters wave goodbye, eat their hats, then start to cry. 20 hungry monsters with nothing left to chew, better close this book up tight. Before they chew on you. That's the end. That one was silly, but I liked it a lot. Well, our next one is about a kind of monster, but not like you think. If you watched yesterday, you saw that we did some monster trucks, which are not really monsters at all, but they're fun. And this is another monster truck. It's called Elbow Grease versus Motozilla. It's by John Cena. And it's illustrated by Howard McWilliam. And on the very first end pages, he's kind of shivering and he says, "Can I get a little help?" Because there's a giant shadow, a really scary looking shadow. Can you see? So let's see what this story is all about. Elbow grease versus Motozilla. And even on this page, he says, "I'm back, baby." Every weekend, the 4 stars of the Demolition Derby gathered in the center of the arena to start the show. "I'm also here, by the way," says the little blue truck. You see him? There's really 5. Some fans, they like Tank best because he's big and strong, and so their signs say, "Go Tank!" And some fans liked Flash best because he's fast and cool, and they're "Go Flash!" Some fans liked Pinball best because he was smart and skilled, and other fans liked Crash best because he was brave and maybe a little crazy. And the blue one says, "Hey, I have fans too." Elbow Grease had fans too, his 4 big brothers and his best friend Mel, the mechanic. So the blue truck is Elbow Grease. Well, no one else knew that during practice, Elbow Grease was the star of the show. This is all, you guys are making me blush. When the Truck brothers were training, Elbow Grease worked twice as hard as anyone else, and he never gave up, no matter how tired or dented or frustrated he was. He says, "What if I'm all 3 at the same time?" Have you ever been all 3 at the same time? Tired, frustrated. I don't know that we're dented, but Elbow Grease inspired Tank, Flash, Pinball, and Crash to work harder and to improve their monster truck skills. He says, "I learned how to swivel my rockets to improve my speed." He said, "I learned how to deploy a grappling cable, which exponentially decreases my high-speed turning radius." I have no idea what that means. He said, "I learned how to pop my pistons to improve my vertical." And this one said, "I learned to smash cars with my butt." Sometimes Elbow Grease wished he was the best at something. He was afraid that no matter how hard he worked, he might never be as strong as Tank, as fast as Flash, as smart as Pinball, or as daring as Crash. The mechanic said, "But, Bo, you're the best at getting better." Elbow Grease wasn't sure that was something a fan would paint on a sign. He said, "Couldn't I just be most handsome instead?" One day, Elbow Grease found his brothers watching a video. "What's that?" "Haven't you ever heard of the dreaded Motozilla? That gnarly monster machine turns trucks into crunch sandwiches. Motozilla remains undefeated in mechanical competition. Plus, no one's ever beaten it." It was true. Even their hero, Big Wheels McGee, couldn't defeat the dreaded monster machine. "Owie kazowie," said Elbow Grease. Elbow Grease decided it was time for Motozilla to lose. But how? To defeat Motozilla, a truck would need strength, speed, skill, bravery, and gumption. It would be impossible to find a truck with all 5 of those qualities. That's when he had a flash of inspiration. Elbow Grease explained his plan to his brothers. And so he's outlining the plan. And they said, "That will never work." Someone said, "That's too crazy, bro, even for me." And then the smart one said, "I estimate the probability of failure to be 89.7%. And the brave one said, "I say, let's do it." And they decided to trust their little brother and try his big plan. Elbow Grease asked Mel for help, and she got busy in her workshop. And then they headed back to the arena to practice, and practice, and practice. On the night of the big match, the arena was totally packed. Fireworks exploded in the sky, and the lights went dark. Ladies and gentlemen, Motozilla! Looks really scary. Motozilla had giant claw hands. Motozilla had smashing spring feet. Motozilla had a chainsaw whip tail, and as if that weren't enough, Motozilla could breathe scorching hot fire. Roar, he said. He looks like a monster truck. The fans knew that no truck could beat Motozilla. They figured it would be an easy win for the monster, like always. But the challenger wasn't one truck. It was a team of trucks. Come and get us, you hunk of junk, said Elbow Grease. Can you see? They're all together. Looks like they're on a frame where they can all be there together. Look again and see. Motozilla tried to claw at the team, but Tank smashed his claw in half. And then Motozilla tried to smash the team, but Pinball outmaneuvered the springs. Motozilla tried to saw the team, but Flash rocketed away from the whipping tail. And through it all, Elbow Grease led the way. Go left! Go right! Duck! He's like a good coach, too, isn't he? The monster was tough, and the brothers were exhausted, but Elbow Grease wouldn't let them give up. He flashed his lights and sounded his siren, never give up. Motozilla roared and charged. The trucks revved their engines and zoomed toward the monster. Fire blazed, and the crowd prepared for the end. Then Mel flipped a switch and said, "Go team!" What do you think's going to happen next? Maybe, let's see. Let's see if you're right. Are you right? He said, "Here we go." And so now they're all separate again. He says, "I'll get his left leg. I'll get his other leg. And I'll position the fulcrum." And then he said, "Cowabunga!" They worked together. And ka-chunk. We did it! Woohoo! Way to go, fellas! It wasn't easy, and it definitely hurt a lot, but they did it. They had worked together as a team and done something amazing, something none of them could have done alone, no matter how strong or fast or smart or brave. And after that day, the fans at the Demolition Derby started making different signs. Go team! Kings of the crud. Together we're stronger. Work together. Elbow Grease is handsome. He says it just goes to show the only thing more powerful than hard work is teamwork. And Mel said, "You said it, Bo." And that's the end. He said, "What? Wait, we're just getting started." I said, "I don't know, I'm kind of tired." "I'm tired too. Tank is already sleeping." And he's going, "Shh, Tank smash. Shh. Plus, there aren't any pages left," said Mel. That's the end. All that's left are the tracks. And that's the end of our time together. I have another book that you'll have to come to the library and check out. It's called The Monsters Monster, and it's not scary either. It's just another fun book. I'm glad we got to share some stories today. That was a tongue twister. And I hope that I'll see you soon at the library. Come check out books and see what we have. And don't forget, we've got a brand new Tiny Tots. It's a baby and toddler story time on Thursday mornings at 10:30. Until I see you next time, bye.